Saint Nick,
Hogamadog,
and Santa's 9 Reindeer.
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome here to the Velocity Chaos Podcast Christmas episode, coming to you from the Hexapod Soundhouse at the speed of sound on these sweet, sweet airwaves from Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I am joined by my co-host, Jolly Nick.
Co-ho-ho-host. Hell yeah. Happy to be here. Excited for the holiday season. Glad we can do it Velocity Chaos style. We are joined in the studio today by the one and only DJ Chestnut.
What's up, guys? Just keeping it nice and toasty in here for you. Glad to be here today.
Oh yeah, you got to keep it real nice and toasty around the fire, keeping warm, keeping hot with your cup of hot Velocity Chaos cocoa. Luke, what are we doing on the show today?
Oh, we got a whole bunch of gifts for all you chaotics out there. We got, what do you think it means right at the top? Then we're going to do some party knowledge. Then we're going to do a special edition of AYSTAP. Are you smarter than a podcaster? Then we're going to do a Christmas edition of Boats. All that and more to come on this episode. And just a reminder for our returning listeners and a note for our new friends that here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, or sometimes just smash the laugh box. Ha, 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 ha. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the midnight sky of Christmas.
And before we pull the bows and unwrap the wrapping paper, just a reminder to follow us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod and on Facebook. Also, you can drop us some stars on Apple Podcasts, some love on Spotify, and toss us a sub on YouTube. We got a lot of stuff up there, full episodes, full segment clips, as well as shorts from the best moments from our show. Oh, also, I'm hearing this just in. We are now on Twitter at Velocity Chaos Pod. Thanks very much for all of your support, and we will talk to you very soon.
It's actually Velocity Chaos P right now until the guy that has Velocity Chaos gets nixed.
Okay,
then we'll swoop in and grab the Velocity Chaos handle. But right now, Velocity Chaos P.
Well,
Pod is too many letters for their.
Got it.
Yeah, it's 16, and they only.
Elon's handing out suspensions left and right.
Yeah,
so.
and that person hasn't followed anyone or tweeted anything in, I don't know, since 2013. So I think we got a shoe in for them to get kicked off.
Velocity Chaos P.
So what we're going to go into here is make the connection here. DJ Chestnuts, what you got for us today?
What's up, guys? I got a couple words. I want to, keep it with the normal, keep it a little festive, but I'd like you to make the connection between sunsets and sleigh rides.
Ooh.
Amazing.
So Nick and I are going to toss words back and forth, starting with sunsets, and then DJ Chestnuts is going to roll some dice, and we're going to do it in that many turns.
Gonna hit you with those D6s. Oh, sweet D6s. We got a 4 and a 3.
Okay, so
7.
Hey, that's
finally,
a Christmas miracle.
We hit the average. We are so average right now. Brilliant.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, let's kick it off here. Sunsets.
Oceans.
Whales.
Animals.
Reindeer.
Jingle bells.
Christmas time.
Sleigh rides.
Yeah.
All right.
Semi-believable.
Just enough to pass.
Oh, good. That was good getting back. We haven't done that in a while, but we're getting back into it, and it's feeling good. And I have a question here for you guys. What do you think it means?
Oh,
Christmas mix. I have not just one word. I have a few words that we can get through here because I'm sure that it's not, I got some words for you, okay?
It's
Here.
a medley, if you will.
A medley.
Christmas medley. I like that one here.
Whenever you say remix on the show, you gotta go remix. What?
Remix.
There only was a DJ for a sound effect.
If only.
If only we had that.
We only have so many slots on the soundboard.
Mr. Chestnuts, do you know anyone?
Hold on, let me check in with the DJ.
Oh, okay. Hogamadog. And these are all like winter Christmas related.
Okay. So this is when Hogamadog is when you are at a Christmas Day NFL game. This year it's going to be the Browns are playing somebody.
Ooh.
Baltimore, I believe.
Gautier, I believe.
Gautier.
Somebody that you used to know.
Somebody I used to know. Most streamed song ever. It's when you're at the football stadium watching a football game on Christmas Day. You come back from the concession stand and your beautiful girl, your beautiful woman, your beautiful boyfriend, whatever, is, hey, I want a little bit of that hot dog. And she like takes a bite, and a little bite, she hangs on to it though, and then a little bite turns into half the hot dog, and then by the end of the first quarter, it's a last bite of the hot dog. That's Hogamadog.
Yeah, you got yourself into old Hogamadog situation.
We're in a Hogamadog situation. That's why you always pack a second hot dog in your pocket.
Pocket dog?
Yeah.
That's how you avoid Hogamadogs.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna hit somewhere along those lines, but in the interest of covering the spread, I'm gonna hit you with my backup plan. And I think Hogamadog's like, that's that descriptive word. You're talking about like Uncle Larry. It comes from that. He's a little sloshed up. He's got a little cup of the sauce, and he's talking about his eggnog. He's like, hey, honey, eggnog. Eggnog. He's just asking for that eggnog, baby girl. Bring him another cup.
It's like Italians or people from Brooklyn calling Capicola gabagool. Eggnog is Hogamadog.
It's all relative.
Sloshed eggnog. Got it.
Yeah. Wrong. Sorry. You guys, they were good guesses. I liked them. Everything has a word for it if you look hard enough, and Hogamadog is a perfect example of that. According to the English Dialect Dictionary of 1905.
Oh, I have that one.
Yep.
It's just a classic.
It is. It's a good read. It is the name of that ever-enlarging ball of snow made by rolling a smaller ball of snow through a snowfield. So it's like when you're building a snowman, you got a little Hogamadog going.
Okay, little Hogamadog. I like it. Okay, cool.
Must be a Canadian term.
Yeah. A lot of these are Scottish.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah. So we'll go with this one next. Mel drop. What's a mel drop?
Ooh.
Got something for this?
It's like a bell drop, but it's this little wet bit that comes off of the icicles on your gutter, and it drips right down the back of your neck. That one, you're just like,
gets you. Shivers. Yeah.
If it drips down the front, though, it's a well drop. It's a bell drop from the back, well drop in the front.
Right.
A bell drop. Oh man, a bell drop is the leather piece of the whip in your. No, I'm just kidding. Leather is the leather strap that holds all the jingle bells. So when you go to lace up your reindeer, you gotta go. You don't grab their harnesses. You're going to grab their bell drops.
Yeah.
Before you hook them up to the sleigh and take off into the sky.
You nailed it.
It's mel drop.
Yeah, what I said, bell drop.
Yeah. Nah, it's like if I didn't know the name for the thing you described, I would think you got me. But I don't know what the name is for that thing, so you got me. I'm sold. But DJ Chestnuts, you're pretty right. You're pretty close to that.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what? That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's thought to be derived from Scandinavian roots. A mel drop or mel drap is another Scots dialect word for a hanging droplet of liquid, such that which drops from the tip of your nose in cold weather or from the tip of an icicle as it thaws.
This could be the first time we actually guessed it right. And what do you think it means?
Yeah,
that's amazing. Right. That's amazing.
Round the horn.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's great.
Congratulations.
So other names for other old names for icicles incidentally include ice candles, aquabobs, and ice shoggles.
Ice shoggles. Aquabobs.
Yeah.
Dude,
Aquabobs or aquadumps.
That should be our volleyball name, the Aquabobs.
Aquabobs.
But actual definition of a Mel drop. This one has a current definition. Some of them don't, but yeah, it's a drop of snot in and or coming out of the nose.
Used to get those a lot when I was a kid.
Yep. So we're familiar with Mel drops. Didn't know the name of them. Just thought there was snot.
Yeah.
There's snot coming out your nose.
Excuse me while I wipe off this mail drop.
All right, here is another one. Yule hole. What is a Yule hole?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yule hole. This is when a Yule hole. There's many applications for this word.
You need to pass.
Varying degrees of severity. A Yule hole is the opening in the Christmas tree netter. It's the actual opening of the device that you chuck it through. Oh. And so when you're at the Christmas tree lot,
Reading my notes.
Yeah, when you're at the Christmas tree lot and you're picking it out, and you went early, you didn't go too late and pick out the scraggly tree. You got the nice, beautiful fir, and you pull it over to the guy, and they're like, "This is the one you want?" You're like, "Yeah." And then he tosses it through the red machine that just nets it up for you, so you can put it on your car. The hole, the opening, is the Yule hole.
That is this guy. That's great. You got to guess?
I got to guess. I mean, I don't know what a Yule log is, but they must go hand in hand. So a Yule hole must be where you place your Yule log.
Yeah.
And if I know anything about logs and holes, I mean, it has something to do with the fireplace. And these chestnuts roast on an open fire, Yule logs in the Yule hole. So
Yeah.
Or what you do in front of a fireplace, which is food.
Food.
Definitely food.
Yep. That you got that the second part. That I mean, you get a bullshit. I mean, your Mel drop bell holder thing and your Yule holder. Man, you got me. I'm convinced. If I didn't have the definitions here, I would believe you. So Yule hole. After all that overgorging, you might have to seek out your Yule hole listed in the Scottish National Dictionary. This is an old Scots dialect word for the hole that you have to make or move in your belt after you had too much to eat or drink during the holidays. So it's that extra notch in the belt that you had to carve out. So that's the Yule hole.
Leftover hole from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The thanks hole.
It keeps on. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Sounds like a glorious hole to have.
Let's see. Let's look at another one. What about a mobble? Mobble, not a what is mobble?
This is when this is what back in the 20s, all the kids in Philadelphia called when they opened up the gift and they got a bag of marbles.
It's all the Bostonians.
Look at my marbles.
My marbles. That's what the guy in Peter Pan or Hook was saying. My marbles.
My marbles.
My marbles.
Hey, Ma, where'd you put my marbles? I'm down here trying to play my game. I can't find my marbles. Jesus.
Cars and marbles, Ma.
I got a lot of money riding on this, Mom. Mom, the marbles, Mom.
It's unanimous. That must be the answer.
Bag of marbles.
Eastern American term for marbles.
Don't worry. We've lost our marbles on the show, so it's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, we'll just go on with this one. So it's who has seen the Mobbled Queen? Calls out in the first player in Act 2 of Hamlet as the fellow actors perform the impromptu rendition of the death of Priam and Hecuba to impress the eponymous prince. Mobbled in this context mean muffled or wrapped up. So it's to be wrapped in clothes, basically. So when you go out and you got like a hood on and everything, and you're mobbled up.
I'm gonna go out of my way to what's the show? The
Bossy Cast podcast.
No, where are we? What is the play?
Hamlet.
So I'm gonna go out of my way. You know how they do different themes of different Shakespearean plays, and it's all just gonna be around a game of marbles. The Mobbled Queen. They're just like throwing marbles.
And this one actually translates into like a current definition to wrap or muffle the head, basically. So like wrapped head in a hood or scarf, stuff like that.
You ain't going outside, son, without your marbles. I know, Mom. I ain't going nowhere without my marbles.
Dead without that. Here we go. We'll do the last one here. Roan. What does roan mean?
Ooh, I think you know this one.
Roan. In terms of Christmas time. It's like
or anytime.
Sown or roan. Roan. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of Boston descent here, too.
Scottish, yeah.
Yeah, Scottish Boston. Boston.
Chiefly Scottish.
Chiefly Scottish. Roan, yeah, we roan all the way home after the Christmas celebrations. That's when, you know, when your father Scotsman's a little toasty on his Hogamadog, and the kids have been pushing around their Hogamadog all day, and they got to get home, and they go, "Hell, we don't roan home."
They've been stuffing their Yule holes all day.
to roan. It's the past tense of row.
To roan.
We've rown home.
We've been
rown your boat is what we did.
E.T. roan home.
Roan is the name that you give to the fuzz on a reindeer's antlers.
Damn, you got some good ones
That's
tonight.
Roan. That's Roan.
I'm going to give you the actual definitions, and I'll see if you guys can get it from those. So the first one, which doesn't apply, is brushwood or thicket. But definition number 2 is a rain spout or pipe. So a rain spout or pipe, what could a roan be? Thinking back to old Scottish word, like what it could have meant.
Rain spout or pipe.
Is it the chimney flute? Like the thing that...
Think lower.
Gutter.
Yeah,
like
lower.
It's like a well.
Lower.
The sewers?
No. Higher. Come back up.
Come back up into the house. All right, we're in the house. We're in under the house.
Ground level.
Ground level. It's
A well's too low and the house is too high. So it's like a pool, like a jacuzzi, like a Scottish jacuzzi.
Roan is where you keep your water.
No, it's close. You guys are getting close. It is a patch of ice deliberately used by children for sliding. So
of
you guys
course.
were close with pool. So but yeah. So they thought that it could have derived from a rain spout or pipe coming at the end of like a spout, like just kind of flooding out water, and then kids using that for sliding. So
Recreation.
a little roan right there.
Little Roan.
I was talking to me man. She said it can go for a slide down the road.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah.
You guys did good. You have some good definitions in there. And I hope everyone else learned some old Scottish Christmas words
Hogamadog.
that we don't use anymore.
I run all the Scottish words we cover in What Do You Think It Means by my actual Scottish friend, and he's just like, I've never...
That's bollocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get on to that next point, I wanted to bring up the device really quick. The device is easy and convenient to use. Even your grandma can use it. And that's actually who got it for me for Christmas. Yes, your grandma got me the device for Christmas. The device was designed in a top-secret laboratory by top-tier scientists and using top-drawer tools. The device is a state-of-the-art technology that won't let you down, just like your grandma. So don't let us down and use code VCPODBOGO at checkout to get a second of the device for 50% off to give to a friend. This is not an actual product, service, or idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation and offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
All right, guys. Well, we know that the holiday season is all about gatherings, getting togethers, and general partying. Next time you are at especially one of those terrible ugly sweater parties, we have some party knowledge to equip you to get in there with. Okay, so party knowledge is a segment where we just make sure that we get you something interesting, something juicy, so you can crash those conversations and have something teed up to say as you are hobnobbing the Hogamadog. So I got some really fascinating stuff here. This one is all Christmas themed. I actually never knew some of this stuff about the OG Saint Nick. Ooh. Also known as Saint Nicholas of Myra, a.k.a. Saint Nicholas of Bari, a.k.a. Nicholas the Wonder Worker.
Isn't that just you?
That's me, yeah. This is a segment about me. Damn, he found me out too fast. I was going for a big reveal there. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually a guy who lived back in the early hundreds AD, and he's the patron saint of sailors, merchants, archers, repentant thieves, children, brewers, pawnbrokers, unmarried people, looking at you, and students in various cities and countries around Europe. This is according to Boston College and their research of what he's kind of most often affiliated with. And that's a pretty long list as far as saints go. But everybody wants to be hanging out with the Wonder Worker, if you know what I mean. We're just going to throw some stuff at you, general knowledge to pepper into your little conversations about Santa Claus.
This whole time I thought he was the patron saint of making yourself tiny and sliding down chimneys. But we're all wrong sometimes.
Patron saint of these hats.
Yeah.
So his feast day is celebrated December 6th in Western Christianity and December 19th in Eastern Christianity. And then just a couple things. The thing about St. Nicholas in general is that his life is kind of a mystery. Like, he's iconic, a big part of the Catholic Church, and one of the most sought after saints when people are looking for help and assistance. And yet there is not much known about him. There's a lot of speculative writing, and essentially scholars have collected pieces of information from a lot of different texts. At the time he was alive, the Roman Empire was still in power, but they were recording everything on like papyrus. And so it was one of the most flimsy writing utensils that you could have at the time. So his records were kind of sparse. But approximately he was born in 270 AD in Patara, which is on the Mediterranean coast, which is modern-day Turkey. And then he died 343 AD in Myra, which is up the coast, and same thing, modern-day Turkey. He was 73 approximately when he passed away. So for that time, it was pretty good.
Thought he was still alive.
You know what? That's the tricky thing, is like this death has a question mark on it when you go on the internet. Question mark 343 AD question mark.
He was all about that Nicholas Flamel, Philosopher's Stone. Or,
yeah, yeah. And the room of requirement. So there are no solid counts of Saint Nick's life, save for this book called The Life of Saint Nicholas, which was believed to be written in the 9th century. So almost 400 years after he died. Allegedly, they wrote this record.
That's crazy. Like, just to think, like, in 400, 500, 600, 700 years, if someone's like, "Oh, what is this on this papyri on this peach papaya paper here on this wrapper? What is this, Velocity Chaos podcast? Let's look into this. Let's write this book about it."
It's taped to this device that looks like we could put it into something. They put it in the old computer that's like 200 years old. Welcome to another episode. All right. So the cool thing about Saint Nick is that there are a lot of legends around him, which is really cool. You have the iconic ones, St. Patrick and the Snakes, and St. Luke and some other stuff. But
the whores.
That was a legendary night. I was there for that one though.
Yeah.
No, he has a lot actually. And so like one of them is a tradition that's still held today. If you're cool with it, I'll just go through a couple of these legends here.
Yeah.
Essentially he was known for putting gold coins in people's shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
money
when
bag.
they like left him at the front of the house, and he would come over, spend time with whoever it was. And then when he left, he'd like walk by where, the door where they kept their shoe, and he'd put like 2 coins, like one in each shoe.
And then the hobos would come by.
Mom, where's my shoes?
yeah.
But there's just some gold coins. Where'd my shoes go?
Exactly.
Did you guys do that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, put your shoes out.
Steal other people's shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't put your shoes out?
No.
That had to be.
Oh, my God.
That must be the devil in the Nick household, dude.
He's left-handed. That's why.
Yeah, dude. I hear all my other left-handed friends don't know about that either.
It's okay. At least I don't rollerblade.
So you actually. You got him.
Got him.
There. Never mind.
So wait, you leave shoes out?
So you take this way. You brought
It's
it
for
up.
the house elves?
Yeah. The house. No. So at least growing up, what I thought was Byzantine, and then getting the rug pulled out from under me. No, it was
Life-changing. No wonder.
But yeah, so celebrate St. Nicholas Day. You leave your shoes out, like either outside the room or by the bed. And then St. Nick comes by, puts some candy or money in your shoes.
It's on December 5th.
One of those days.
Yeah,
I don't
something like
remember
that.
anymore.
See, I always thought it was you only put one shoe out. It's like you pick one of your shoes. I think me and my siblings all put out like this. We'd always put out the right shoe because we're not left-handed.
You mean the right rollerblade?
No, he wouldn't come on those ears. But yeah, you would put them outside and you'd find them in the morning and they'd have something in it. The only thing I thought was weird was that we spent a St. Nicholas Day in Florida one time. And my grandmother living in Florida and being from the islands had a really unique way of giving gifts and things like that. And we would get our shoes. Normally you'd get like some chocolate and maybe like a little trinket. This time it came around and I got like an orange and a cube of curry. It really
a spoonful of jambalaya. My shoes a little.
Saint Nick must not know our address.
Put your foot in it.
Yeah.
Well, I missed out. I'm gonna try this year and leave them out. Oh, we already went past the.
Next year.
We already went past the 6. Maybe I could still get the Western Christianity version and or the Eastern Christianity.
You got Three Kings Day coming up.
Yeah, we got to make a trip. All right, so he upped the ante a little bit later. He apparently saved like these kids from slavery. Like the dad was planning to sell them, and he lived in like an apartment above this house. And he kept dropping bags of gold, must have been down the chimney, into the house, and the little girls would find it, and it was like a little miracle. And so the dad's like, all right, I won't sell you. Anyway, the point is that like he just was really generous, but I think this is where some of the legend starts coming from of him dropping stuff into houses because he just dropped a sack of gold.
Is he the first Robin Hood?
Yeah,
because he was the saint of bachelors, basically. So a bunch of dudes in the forest, giving gold to the poor people.
Turkish Robin Hood. Yes,
he probably was all about sing-alongs and stuff like that.
My name is Robin Hood. And he stole from the rich, gave it to the poor.
Yeah,
the rich acolytes of the rich church, and just
Saint of Archers.
Saint of Archers.
So rad.
Conspiracy theory. Just quickly turning into a conspiracy theory. No, it totally holds in line. He literally was Robin Hood. He was just building up his morals at this time, found the Philosopher's Stone, became immortal, and then found his way over to England where he became Robin Hood.
Yep.
That's exactly
all makes
what
sense.
Happened. Makes perfect sense now.
We're geniuses.
We're geniuses. Take that, history. All these scholars reading Life of St. Nicholas, they don't know what they're talking about.
Nothing.
Who wrote that book? They're like, I'm gonna find him. And then 400 years later, like the great grandson's just like, you know what? He's dead now. I'm not taking on my dad's legacy finding this Nick guy.
We gotta fire up the old Disney classic Robin Hood. I'm sure there's a lot of hints in there about his life.
Yeah, he's a fox.
He is a crafty one.
He's a state of single dudes.
Hey guys, this is Nick here, patron saint of single dudes. Awesome. Another legend. There was this great famine. And this big shipment of grain came in and bushels of wheat. And St. Nick asked these sailors if they could help move a portion of the wheat to the emperor. And they were like begrudgingly like, oh, why would we do this? Like the emperor's in his high castle, just like we're out here starving. And why would we help you any more than, we should when we're in famine? And St. Nick's like, look, I promise you that if you help me out here, you will not suffer any loss, is apparently how the story goes, what he said. And so they said, all right, fine, this is St. Nick guy. So like, we're all single here. So, we gotta show up. And so they took all the wheat like to the emperor, or they took a portion of this big shipment of wheat to the emperor and came back. And like the wheat weighed the same than when they measured it and took that portion out of it. So like, apparently it was like a little miracle of like, they didn't lose any wheat. Even though they took a bunch and delivered it to the emperor, they came back and the same amount of wheat was there. So that was a miracle.
He's a
Magician.
Well, is he going around telling everyone he's named Saint Nick, or are you just saying?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because you're not canonized till you're dead.
Yeah. I'll get to that. Okay.
Okay. That's just part of your story. Okay.
He's like, he just shows up. Hey, what's your name, sir? Nick. Saint Nick. All right, this guy's a tool.
Yeah. Don't you gotta wait till you're dead? Whoa.
No, I save kids and stuff. No, you're still a tool. You're still a tool. I'll do one more or a couple more really quick. So he does apparently a calming of stormy seas. He saved a few sailors from wrongful execution, which is super cool. But a really cool one is he apparently chopped down a tree that was possessed by a demon.
Is he Jesus? Is this guy was Saint Nick Jesus? Whoa!
Jesus was Robin Hood?
Yeah.
A step further?
Jesus left the tomb, no one could find him, and then Nick pops up out of nowhere.
This guy Nick,
My name's Nick.
Whoa!
Am I Jesus? Whoa! Well, according to our hypothetical life with the genie bottle, we were all melding into one form of Jesus. Really quick, like demon possessed tree, right? Like
that's pretty sweet.
But come on, you're like, where's it gonna go? Just don't go by it. Just don't go by the demon tree, okay? Townspeople, like, yeah, it's way up on the hill. Just don't go up on the hill. What's the tree gonna do? Come down and get you? Like, it's stuck there.
Hey, come over here. Come over here on the hill. Come eat my fruits. Come here, children.
3 bros are in the corner, just like, hey, Nick, dude, you should go fight that tree, bro. Just single dudes. He's like, you know what?
Fight that tree. Well, because they took all that wheat that they saved and they turned it into malt liquor. Like,
What you doing with that axe, Nick? Put that axe down, Nick. No, don't chop me down, no.
Oh, that's great. Last story. I call this pickled kids.
Delicious.
Yeah, you're already there. About another famine. Nick always shows up when there's a famine. Smart, opportunistic saint right here. Apparently there was this other famine, and some creepo butcher wanted to pawn kids like off as ham. Right. So he kills these kids. He kills these 3 kids and he pickles them. All right. Saint Nick comes along. His spidey senses go off. And he apparently just like calls this butcher out in front of all these people, right? Imagine that scene of just like, what's in the barrel, Bob? Oh, I don't know. Just some ham. Is it ham, Bob? That's just hey man, don't look at me. It's just a hog and a dog. I mean, I just butcher. Do you, Bob, the butcher? Anyway, it's just like, what's in the barrel, Bob?
What's in the barrel?
What's in the barrel?
What's in the box?
So he like opens it up and there's like these kids in there.
Oh.
And Saint Nick like resurrects these kids from the dead.
What?
Kids come out of the barrel smelling like vinegar, piss and vinegar.
That's where it came from. Piss and vinegar.
That's where it came
They've
from.
been there a while, pissing, pooping in vinegar.
Bob was peeing on the barrels to hide the scent.
Yeah.
So, that's actually a genius way to hide his scent. I'm going to remember that next time. Anyway, he raises these kids from the dead and they live happily ever after. And then they like throw Bob the Butcher in the barrel probably. But what a guy. Just coming along,
Stand-up guy.
saving up some kids. What's in the barrel,
Although
Bob?
I do like pickled things, so I don't know.
Just be careful. Just check where your ham comes from, okay? Make sure there's no famines going on when you order your Christmas ham. Finally, the sainthood, as you talked about earlier. Saint Nicholas was known for being kind and generous, but he always did it in secret. And he never expected anything in return because of that. That was where a lot of people, said he was a saint early on, soon after his death. But he wasn't canonized until 1466 by the Roman Catholic Church. So it was almost 1,000 years, a little over 1,000 years actually, after he died, that he was canonized. One last thing, just to kind of wrap it up, because he is tied to Santa Claus. He's kind of the source material. He was public domain by the time the Dutch got a hold of him. But anyway, Dutch immigrants coming to America in the 17th century brought with them the legend of Sinterklaas, who was a blend of St. Nicholas and a Nordic folk figure who was an old magician who would like reward kids who were good at the winter solstice time and would punish kids, the naughty ones. And so from there, he became a symbolic figure in American folklore until Tim Allen took over in 1994.
Dang, got me.
So
30 years ago.
30 years ago in 1994. So yeah, so that's it. So it was interesting that like Santa Claus is actually American folklore. I didn't know that, but like, yeah, there's inspirations for it, but it was really like America was the breeding ground for him as like as a legend and as a folklore. And then he, like many other American exports, was shipped across the world, packaged and shipped, baby, packaged and shipped.
Are you telling me that there's a potential out there that in, a couple hundred years, there's going to be some folklore and fables about Chris Angel, and he's going to become the new Santa Claus in some other country?
yeah, probably. He can breathe underwater, and he's the patron saint of mermaids. Which by that point will have proven to exist.
Right.
But anyway, I just wanted to wrap that up. I mean, such an interesting story that I really never knew about, and the basis for a lot of joy for kids. And as we know, immortal. So, it's like Jesus, St. Nicholas, Robin Hood, Tim Allen,
Wilson. That's his name.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Are you smarter than a podcaster? Are you smarter than these podcasters? You think you're smarter than a podcaster? Well, let's find out.
That riff never gets old, man.
It doesn't.
Never gets old. I think we're gonna keep that around for a whole nother season because you know what time it is. It's a step. Are you smarter than the podcaster? The question that we keep on asking every 3 episodes ish, as you keep on coming back and we keep looking for the answer. Anyway, gentlemen, I think it was only appropriate that we do a Christmas themed Are You Smarter Than a Podcaster?
Oh, I'm here for it.
You're a regular old Saint Nick of gifts.
Am I Saint Nick?
Maybe.
The chestnut that keeps giving.
I'll be DJ Nick on the next year's. Anyway, let's start it off. You guys like songs? I like songs. You want to finish this lyric? On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I only listen to stupid songs.
Wait, this song is smart?
No, I mean like spoof songs, I should say. I can tell you all those ones.
Give you some time if you got to sound it out. The viewers would really love to hear it all the way.
Yeah, look, can we sing it through a couple times?
That's why I picked 8. It's a little bit of a deterrent.
First day of Christmas. A duck. Why couldn't it be 2? Two something that we would know.
What is it?
2 turtle doves.
Oh, yeah, because
Right?
they love each other.
Right, so you don't even know. You're double checking. By the way, while these gentlemen are thinking out here for all of our other chaotics, make sure you're writing these scores down. We're trying to keep the leaderboards going. Comment on the Instagram, comment on Twitters. Let us know how you're doing because
I think I got it.
we're gonna keep that lined up. How you doing?
I think I got it.
Yeah, I think I have my best guess.
Yeah. I don't have it. This is my best guess.
Yeah, all right.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Luke?
Oh,
Is it me? It's me.
Nick's,
Nick?
French hens. 8
Ooh,
French
dang,
hens.
that's a good one. I'm gonna say 8 pipers piping.
Oh, damn.
And I'm sorry, you'd be incorrect. It is 8 maids of milk. What did you say? French hens? We gotta find which.
I think it was.
day was that?
3 French hens.
I don't know.
Is it? It's
I don't
gotta
need
be 3
French hens.
It was
sorry.
3. It was 3 French hens, and then you said what was it?
8 pipers piping.
Oh, Piper's piping. I think that was 11.
That's up there.
I think that's 11.
11 pipers
11
piping.
Pipers piping, as I recall. Doesn't matter because that was only question 1. We're gonna move on to number
8
2.
maids of milking.
We'll move on to number 2 and know the answer is not French hens.
5 golden rings, right?
Yeah.
5 golden rings.
Yeah.
Refrain.
It's breakdown.
It's a breakdown.
Number 2. What is the best-selling Christmas song of all time?
I think I got it. Or I got my best guess. These
not-
are all guesses.
It's not by Eddie Money.
I need time.
Take me home tonight. Oh, that's not a Christmas song?
It was about like a gift exchange, and it's a gift singing. Take me home tonight.
The white elephant.
Yeah.
The white elephant. I can't wait. I'm writing that down. Yeah.
In memory of Mr. Money.
Oh, man.
Do you have a guess?
What is the best-selling Christmas song of all time?
It would have to be something about snow. What you getting into, Gabriel Church? Kid?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just. There's the obvious ones, but it's like who is recording what, and
Yeah.
It's not by Billie Eilish either.
Not yet. Yeah, next
True.
year we'll see.
True.
Is it just the name of the song or the specific record? Like,
I'll give you a hint.
Is
Is
it Velocity Chaos Podcast's Christmas song?
I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me who sings it. Number one, and the hint to that is his name. His name.
Okay.
It's a he.
Okay. Changes my answer.
His name is similar to a type of cherry. So similar to a type of cherry. There's it's.
Okay.
So bonus.
I need
bonus.
time now. I need time now.
Bono Cherry.
What type of cherry? Oh man, that changes things because I'll just say what I was gonna say since it's not the answer right now.
Cherry.
I was thinking of oh shoot, I can't think of it now. But All I Want for Christmas Is You, that one.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah. I was thinking it was that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So it's now that we know it's not that one, correct? Because you said he, unless something happened that I'm unaware of.
What if Mariah Carey didn't do that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do the. I know which one I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Of all time, you have Christmas has been going on for a hot minute. So
I'm totally ignoring the cherry hint, by the way. With my guess.
Am I allowed to just to confirm I'm not gonna type in the answer, but just to guess the song? Like if not, I won't.
What are you gonna
I want to type in like the name of the guy and the song. Like no, if no, okay, I won't type it in because I don't want to cheat.
Not type in the question.
No, not the question, just the guy who I'm thinking, and then I was gonna take his song. Because I can't think of the song name.
Lennon Cherries.
It's a bonus point. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's as good as 1 point ultimately. So if you guess the name,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it misses. Cover your spread. You know.
Dude, I don't know, but I got my guess because we can't be here all night.
Yeah,
we got a Christmas party to
We've
go
been
to.
on this one for 12 minutes already. All right, I'm
shoes
gonna
to
go
put on.
Bing Crosby.
I hate you.
And Oh Christmas Tree. Damn, I can't think of any other Christmas songs right now.
I locked mine in. Out of fairness, I'm gonna say what I said. Bing Crosby. George Michael's Last Christmas.
Luke, you took advantage of that hint because it was Bing Crosby.
Nice.
So the correct answer we were looking for is I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Damn.
Estimated that it sold over 50 million copies.
Wow.
Yep. That would be the highest selling.
It sounds like a type of cherry. It is a type of cherry.
It's a pink cherry. Man.
Before you even said cherry, I was thinking, well, there's only a couple of male Christmas singers like Nat King Cole, Bing Crosby,
Burl Ives,
someone like that. Those are the only two I knew.
Michael Bublé,
Bublé cherries.
Bublé Michael.
Bublé Chevy.
That's cool. Well, I'll get away from the music for you. We'll take it to something you're a little more familiar with, Nick, because
Wow.
the famous 1983 film A Christmas Story, starring Peter Billingsley, was filmed in none other than Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna be the trivia question.
So you always do that. Also known as the movie capital of the world, obviously. Or wait, was it the pierogi capital of the world?
That one.
Anyway, A Christmas Story was filmed right here in Ohio. The story did not take place here, however. What state did A Christmas Story take place in?
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't pipe up because I think I have the answer.
There's a couple chaotic screaming at the TV right now.
Yeah.
Or
You
at the
said
computer.
state, right? You said state.
State.
Okay, not
If you,
city.
if you guys, I'm in the giving mood. I'll give a bonus point if you can name the town, as well.
Oh, town.
The town, the city that
Okay.
it took place in, the plot.
Okay. It's Christmas time. Ho, ho, ho. You shoot your eye out, kid.
The city.
It is in the United States.
No, the state.
State.
State's the
City's
question.
the bonus point. State's the question.
Damn.
And I did find out that a lot of the exteriors were actually shot in Toronto.
Oh, look at
Canada.
that.
Toronto, Canada. No, I'm going to guess.
Toronto, Cleveland. Huh? Oh, it's getting intense. We should. This is like something we're supposed to know.
I'm getting hammered. I'm getting hammered in this Christmas round. I'm just going to pour myself another shot of whiskey and
Reggie.
keep riding it out.
Must be Italian.
No, I'm gonna go with Flint, Michigan.
That's a good guess. I'm going to go with Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, dude.
That was my second guess. Or Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Well, you would have been closer with your ho 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 because it took place in Homan, Indiana.
Whoa. Nice.
And oddly enough, Homan is actually a fictional town, so it was a little bit of a trick question.
Flint, Michigan.
Flint,
What
Michigan.
an idiot.
Homan, Indiana.
Holman?
Holman. Homan. Like ho ho ho.
Dude, you almost had it. You must have had like
You were
something in your
saying-
brain going.
See, no, because I thought like just the exterior, like some of the parts were shot in Cleveland. I thought the rest was shot in Chicago.
That's what I thought. Yeah. That's
I
where
thought
I
you
was
were on
going.
it. You kept saying ho ho ho. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, he knows his
Yeah,
Christmas
I thought
stuff.
you knew the answer.
No, these are all. I know nothing. That's the one thing I know. And it's not like in whoever Socrates or whoever said that or Plato. Like I know one thing that I know nothing. Like I actually don't know anything.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna keep hitting you with the bangers
okay.
because
I'm going 0 for 10. I'm going for it.
I got a bonus point. So
it's true. You did get a bonus point. I mean, and you didn't think I could do it, but I think I did. And it's presidential trivia time in Christmas episode.
son of a bitch.
Woodrow Christmas.
Number 4. What U.S. president banned Christmas trees in the White House?
I think it might have been Woodrow Wilson. I don't know. I think who's like the most like grumpy sap?
I think I got
sad
the grumpy
sack.
guy. I got a guess on a grumpy guy. So.
Banned Christmas trees in the White House.
In the White House.
How long have they been banned from the White House?
It was.
I wouldn't know even if you told me. I couldn't even triangulate the.
I'll say this. I believe in my research, it was more of a decree.
Okay. I decree. I have my guess if you're ready.
I'm going. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go with Jackson. That's way back. He was grumpy.
Yeah, he was a grumpy guy. I'm going with Woodrow Wilson.
That's a good.
I'm doubling down.
It could have been, but it's not. It is Theodore Roosevelt.
That was my second question. My second answer.
If intern Zach was here, he would have guessed it.
Because he was probably like, I like trees. Don't cut down no trees. Put them in my house. Trees belong outside.
That's actually exactly what it was.
End quote.
Bonus knowledge.
Yeah, that's like 3 bonus.
No, he was like an avid conservationist.
See, that's
so
what
his whole thing was he says we're not cutting down a tree, we're not putting one up, and but the best part was I think it was in December 1903. His son had one cut down, brought into the house anyway, and like so the whole like one of the lead conservationists on their staff was like, no, dude, it's okay, we can put a tree in here. Like, Teddy's like, no, man.
Disowned.
Yep.
Yep. So, hey, man, when you're president, you can make all the rules.
Dude, that's a great trivia question.
That is a good one. Yep. And now we know.
All
It
right.
wasn't George Washington.
Woodrow Wilson.
He was chopping down trees left and right. Bing cherry trees, Bing Crosby cherry trees. It didn't matter.
Well, sorry for hammering away at you guys. Maybe I'm gonna put it a little more in our wheelhouse. Let's get a little nostalgic here. Let's get.
You say that. You say that.
Yeah.
You're more like the Krampus right now.
We clearly, DJ Krampus style.
I'm over here pickling your brains.
Oh God.
But this is a multiple choice question, so you got 4 chances to get it right.
to get it wrong. 3 to get it wrong.
Number
I
5.
don't like those odds.
Number 5. In the year 2000, what was the top-selling toy of that year? Was it A, the Razor Scooter, B, the Tamagotchi, C, Bratz dolls, or D, Furby?
I was gonna say Furby better be on here,
Dang.
dude. My cousins owned all of those, and I got only hand-me-downs of that stuff.
No beanie babies, huh?
What was the
Razor
highest selling
scooters,
toy?
Tamagotchis. I didn't know what the third. Bratz dolls.
Brat Stalls.
Can I clarify?
Dolls. I thought I heard Brat Stalls. I was like, what the fuck's a Brad
Brad
Stall?
Stalls, where he was just flaunting himself out there on the market. He would show up to any Christmas party you wanted to. Brad would be there for just 5 payments of $10.99. What was the highest selling toy?
Highest selling toy was A, Razor Scooter, B, Tamagotchi, C, Brat Stalls, or D, Furby.
I'm just thinking of like Brad Stall's like ads like on late night TV. You want a piece of this at your holiday party? Call the number below and Brad Stalls will be there.
Hey, what are you doing, Brad? It's Brad Stalls. Coming to your neighborhood. Like weird
You want a piece of this toy?
Stone Cold Steve Austin ripoff.
Combs his hair. Combs his hair.
Oh, man. So best selling, we talking most money
I was
or
gonna
most
say,
amount sold?
Highest grossing or most units?
Gotcha. Units. It's the most units.
Okay.
It's always
that
units.
changes. That
I know what I'm going to guess then.
I know
I
what
mean-
you're going to guess, too. So, I know I really wanted
Gonna
a
have
Razor
to-
scooter.
Gonna have to institute the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rules. You gotta phone a friend or
Hey,
eliminate
Luke,
one.
I got a question here for you.
But weren't Brat Stalls small? So if we're going units,
You gotta eliminate 2. Is that how this? Or eliminate 1?
I'm going to go. This is you first. So I got my answer.
I got my answer.
Okay.
B, Tamagotchi.
Oh, geez. That's what I thought you were going Furbies because of your other. I'm going to say Tamagotchi, too.
Oh, man.
Man, you guys don't go
No.
on the spread at all.
All right.
It's ballsy.
Are you saying I should go Furbies? I already said it.
So you're going for Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
Dang. We didn't get it.
You didn't get it. Normally I try to figure out the
Yeah.
answer is A, razors.
Oh, my
It's
God.
the only one I wanted on the list.
It's like keeps on giving. First it busts your shins up. Now
Yeah.
it's beating you and who wants or AYSTAP right now.
I never see the fun fact. I never got a Razor scooter.
I didn't either.
Got the knockoff Walmart brand.
It sold over
No.
6 million units.
Damn.
Just a bunch of aluminum that could fold in half. Jeez.
I do believe Furby. The funny part is, I think Furbies took it in 2001 and 2002, and then the Razor scooter came back and took it back in 2003.
Don't call it a comeback.
See, I always wanted a Razor scooter, but they were expensive, so we got a Marks brand scooter.
Yes.
And my brother went to take it up a curb. He hit the front wheel on the curb, and it instantly shattered. That was my first scooter.
Classic Marks.
Yeah,
You said bite into the Bing cherries from Marks, instantly shatters your teeth.
those aren't pitted. They say they're pitted, but they're not.
Oh
man.
boy.
That's just guys at the cherry factory, just like they're just standing there. They're like, I'm not relabeling those.
Saint Nick.
What's the worst that could happen?
Saint Nick would save you.
Yes.
Well-
Yeah, okay.
Well, we've crossed that halfway mark, and boys,
Make it end.
We're dragging ass.
I'm gonna say 5 of these, and Christmas ain't cutting it. So I'm gonna get inclusive here, and we're gonna take a little dip over into a couple other holidays right around the Christmas time. All right, so
Okay. Something I know even more about.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this one's should be. I don't know. Hey, you got a better chance. But anyway, number 6. Many symbols come to mind this time of year. Candles. Almost every holiday this time of year has incorporates candles in some way. Not least of which Kwanzaa. Similar to Hanukkah, Kwanzaa has a candle holder known as kinara for its celebration. How many candles does a kinara hold? And wait, here's another chance. Bonus.
Killing me, DJ Chestnut.
I mean, you come on, man. Bonus points. Bonus points if you can guess the colors.
Oh, you said Kanara, not Katana? Okay. So wait, what's the bonus points?
Is if you can guess the colors of the candles.
Are there? Okay.
If you can guess one of the colors of the candles.
Damn, he's really trying to help us out here. He's
I'll
really-
see what it is.
There's
Blue,
3 colors of candles.
white.
Okay, 3 colors. Okay.
There's 3
okay.
colors. And it's not Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
Dang.
How many candles are on a kinara? For all my Kwanzaa'ites out there.
I got a guess.
I also have a guess.
All right, I'm gonna shoot from the hip.
Go for it.
I'm gonna say 5 in green.
I'm gonna say 8 and yellow.
How about this? I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you, this is the bonus of all bonus. You can get 3 guesses of the colors. If you get all 3, I'll give you 3 bonus points.
Oh.
This is the giving season.
Red, white, and Rasta, baby.
I was going to say, so if I had 3, I would say green, red, and yellow.
That's what I was gonna say. But should I'm gonna throw black in there. I'm gonna. Be,
I was thinking black
I'm
was
gonna
the
be,
other one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be green, red, black.
Green, red, black. You said green, red, yellow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get 1.
How many?
5.
How many?
8.
8. Okay. You'd be incorrect.
Damn.
The number is
Double dip.
7.
Oh!
Now we'll move on to the bonus points.
Split the difference.
We said green, what, and yellow?
Wait, which one did Nick say?
Yeah, no,
Nick
green,
said
red, black.
8.
That's right. Green,
Okay.
red, black.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if okay.
You said green, red, black, and you
I said green, red, yellow.
So you get 2 bonus points, and you get 3 bonus points.
Nice.
Little peek in there. It is
Yeah, sorry,
green, red,
sorry.
and black.
I
Green and black.
I just went 0 for 5, so I gotta peek a little bit right there.
I got to spit a little knowledge on you fellas because this segment turned into a bit of a. I just found out about this. Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday per se, but it's actually a celebration like rooting from African festival harvest festivals.
Yeah.
So and it was actually invented in the 80s to give as a cultural celebration for people to give like an alternative to the other religious churches.
I do remember learning that. I just couldn't remember the Kanara. And how do you spell Kanara?
Kinara.
Got
Good
it.
job.
Cool.
Good job.
Nailed it.
Kinara.
You get a bonus point for that.
You
You can have one of my points.
All right.
I have a few, but
We're sharing points at this point.
Well, I'm hoping for you on this one because number 7, also known as Viscum album, this parasitic plant is often hung above doorways around the Christmas season, and as is tradition, anyone standing under the plant is obligated to be kissed. What is this plant called?
I got it. It's a wreath.
The chestnut branch. Chestnuts branch. No, I got it.
Yeah. If you're ready, I'm ready.
It is mistletoe. Mistletoe. It's mistletoe.
Missile. Oh, what were those? What were the fingers called? But yeah, mistletoe.
Missile flanges.
Missile flange. Mistletoe.
The answer is mistletoe.
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
We're good.
We have quite a bit of experience with mistletoe. As in trying to trick somebody to come underneath it with us.
We practice a lot over here.
We do it together, but, theoretically. Coaching each other from a distance.
Figured you'd get that one.
Thank you.
All right.
Every guy knew what that was in high school.
Number 8.
Kisser. He's got a mistletoe belt buckle.
Okay, sorry.
We're gonna dip into another holiday right around this time of year. What is the name of this 4-sided top most famously used in a game of chance during the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah?
Mm.
Oh, I know it. I got it.
I got
Okay.
it. If you're ready, I'm
What is
got
it called? What is the
4-sided top.
Got it.
All right, I am ready. I will.
What is the 4-sided top used in a game of chance
I got it.
during the Jewish
All right,
holiday?
I am ready. It is a dreidel.
Dreidel.
You'd be correct. It is a dreidel.
Dreidel.
That one's for you, Zach. You're looking out.
We love you.
Thank you.
I don't know. I bet you, dude, sometimes knowing Zach, he might sit here and be like, I forget. Sorry to do you dirty, buddy.
Vape blades?
Let it rip.
The other top-selling toys of 2009.
Guilty.
That's Century's top selling.
guilty. Dude,
All right.
the Beyblade that
Oh,
you'd rip it and it would like open up its arms as you're spinning and whack the other
Nasty.
ones. Those cost like twice the amount as the original ones.
Throw your fingers in there. I think I still got a couple of those laying around.
Bring them over.
I was too poor for Beyblades. We had Pogs.
Yeah, dude.
Just cardboard.
Doing kickflips on my tech decks.
Your mom gave up in the 90s. She's like, that's it, man. That's all you get. All right. Number 9. It's very thematic. What are the names of Santa's 9 reindeer?
Ooh.
Hey-o.
Lucky for me, I was trying to think of this like 4 weeks ago. So
He was getting
can I
prepared.
remember? Can I
He was getting
remember?
prepared. Do I have to get
Should we type them out and then,
Do I have to get them all right to get a point?
or should we write them out and then that way we don't have any cross
How about
examination?
How about five or
If
more
you
and I get a
over-
point?
If you get, no, you get half a point if you go over 5. You get the whole point if you get 9.
Damn.
Give me a piece of paper here. I'm gonna write on.
You got you
this
need a note
one.
card? Here you go. I got you. Note card it
I'll
out.
take that one. This one's fresh.
So fresh. So
Chewy, Tavo,
Han Solo.
Start naming all your cousins. Just
Skywalker.
9 reindeer. Could you imagine just being pulled around by 9 reindeer? What a way to get around. Sometimes in Cleveland you want that, you know?
Dude, I can't even get to 5.
You gotta sing the song, man.
Most famous reindeer of all.
Got that one.
Got that guy.
I know Erin's out there screaming. She knows this.
Yeah.
Up, down, sideways. She watches Christmas movies. Like she'll come over to the DJ house and just be playing those things for hours. I'm like, where did you find these? Watching all our claymations.
and the most famous reindeer of all, George Washington.
Franklin. Yeah. Oh man, I'm not even gonna hold this up. I got 6.
I've got 9.
Damn.
I just want to make sure one of these is not made up.
Are you
But
guys gonna
I've got
convert? Are
8.
you gonna cross reference? Or are you gonna hold out on each other?
It's
We've-
only fair
we've held out.
if he knows. It's only fair. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold this up anymore. All I got is Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, Vixen, Rudolph.
He's getting half a point over there, I think.
Got
right?
half a point.
Got half a
I
point.
think that's half a point.
I'll take it.
All right.
All right, hold on. Let me pull
Okay.
up my cross reference. All right,
Okay. Ready?
hit me. Go slow.
Okay.
Go slow.
Sleepy, grumpy, Doc, no. All right, here we go.
The most famous one of all, Dopey.
Accounts, you're out. No.
Dasher, Dancer, Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, Connor, Vixen, and Rudolph.
Wait, you just hit me with like 10.
No.
No, that's
Wait,
9.
so-
You can
wait,
count it.
Dasher? Say it
Dasher,
again.
Dancer.
Dancer,
Donner,
Donner,
Blitzen,
Blitzen,
Comet,
Comet.
Cupid,
Okay.
Connor.
Nope.
Is that's the one I couldn't.
Connor.
Damn, I
Comet.
knew it
It's
was wrong.
Comet. It's
No, I
Comet.
already have Comet in here. Vixen and Rudolph. I think I got.
Oh, you were so close.
I know.
You're like dumb close.
I know. I know it's wrong.
Is
but
Connor not the one?
yeah, that's not the
It
one.
rhymes with the other. There's no Connor.
Yeah.
Bomber.
Connor's a weird grip that lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah. I knew that one was wrong. Comet, Cupid.
You get a half a point.
Damn.
You don't know the real answer is Dasher, Dancer, Prancer,
Oh, Prancer.
Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner,
Donner was
Blitzen,
down there.
and Rudolph.
Prancer was up there. I knew it was wrong.
Donner is Connor is Donner's flaky cousin
Yeah.
that just barely made the squad. Barely made the squad.
He's like, "Stop, bro. We towing Sleigh tonight or what, dude?" I don't know if I was towing.
We slaying toe tonight, bro. No Donner, no Connor. Go home.
Guys,
All right.
we got to work on a Christmas spirit up in here.
Prancer, mother duck. Fucking Connor.
All right.
It brings us to number 10. Another music one. What do we call
Bring it home.
the snowman in the song Winter Wonderland?
Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland. Snowman. Snowman.
Yeah, Christmas song.
I think I have an idea, but
Hey.
You didn't.
I know the name. I think I know it.
I got a question. You didn't get have to sing any of this in choir for middle school?
Yeah,
or-
probably. This was over 20 years ago.
Come on.
I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to figure out how to get my Hogamadog on.
I'm disappointed. You can't claim that you know how to say flocks and ox and nihilipilification without a hitch, but you can't remember any of this.
He only
this was-
remembers the important stuff.
Yeah. And that would actually, so our class was so bad, we actually got out of singing the Christmas.
Get off the stage!
No, we were acting up so much and like not doing the choreography. So the lady was just like, "All right, that's it. You guys aren't doing the show," and we were like, "Hell yeah!"
Okay, I got it. I know my answer. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Mr. Snowman.
Mr. Snowman, Father Brown. This one's gonna sting. It's Parson Brown.
What? It's the same thing.
Can I make an argument?
I will give you that because that's hard. Like,
if we're going Jeopardy, if he would have just said Brown, he would have got it right.
Brown.
So.
It's true. If you would have said Brown, so I'll give you that point. It is not Mr. Snowman. It is Parson Brown. In the feather, we can build a snowman. We can say his name is Parson Brown.
Parson Brown, a beneficiated member of the clergy, a rector or vicar. That sounds like a father to me.
All right.
No, you're right. You're right.
I'll give you that though.
Literal translation, Parson Brown.
I thought it.
I'll give you because you did get Brown. That's hard enough. That's like when you said Rosie and not Rosie Cotton. I'll give you that point.
Okay, fair. Fine.
You asked for the first name, to be honest, but I had the full name.
I don't
you
know,
asked,
man.
I did.
So it just says, "What do we call the snowman?"
We got thrashed. We got thrashed.
We said we could build a snowman, and I always thought the line was like, we can make him like nice and round or something like that. I didn't know I was actually calling him a name.
Hold on, I got another question for you guys because it's Christmas time. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
Yes.
There you go.
I don't know.
Bruce Willis himself said
I'm Switzerland on that one.
not.
I'm Switzerland on that one.
How did we do? Dare I ask?
Well, with the bonuses, I kind of made a comeback. Without them, it was 2.5. And then with them, it was 5.5. So that was a gift. Luke got 4.5 total. It looks like 6.5. So we got thrashed this Christmas.
Yeah, this does not count towards the cumulative.
We cashed in on Kwanzaa though, so
That's right.
maybe that should be our holiday from here on out.
Fucking Connor.
Oh, guys, people! It's that most wonderful time of year again. But before we get into the Yuletide cheer, I have a few important questions for you all. Are you looking for a little extra jingle jangle this holiday? Do you want to leave your neighbor's pathetic blow-up lawn Santa flapping in the blizzard of woe? Are you ready to take Christmas to level 11? If the answer to any or all of these questions is yes and or maybe, then you need Ringle bells. Ringle bells make jingle bells look like tiny silver bells you tie into random holiday animals. Ringle bells combine state-of-the-art ringing and jingling technologies into one ridiculous lawn ornament that will have your block a booming. Our Ringle Bells setup comes preloaded with holiday favorites like the Ringle Bells Rocks. I love those Ringle bells. And the all-time classic Ringle Bells Redux. You can get your set of Ringle Bells for just 3.5 payments of $16.99 on any day of the year. But if you order with the code VC Kringle all the way, you can... Whoa, sorry, VC Ringle all the way. You can cut that down to 1 2/3 payments of $35.82. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there is anything out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation, not for no judgment about the actual product service or idea.
1 2/3 payment.
All right.
Yeah.
So, guys,
Gotta get some of
just to
them.
land the plane here, we are going to go and pitch the one movie, the one type of movie that is more valuable than any type of movie, because it could be the worst piece of dog shit movie you ever see, ever, and people will still pay $600,000 cumulative box office to watch it. That's right. We're going to, in today's episode of Based on a True Story, where Luke and I pitch a movie off the top of our heads, we are going to pitch a Christmas movie.
Ooh, what's that?
A movie about Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Just flip the words around. It makes a lot more sense.
It does, dang.
Sometimes I get you. I got you. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the production studio. We're going to pitch to DJ Chestnuts, and he's going to give us the thumbs up or the thumbs way down based on this pitch. We're going to give him a headline from real life that we are going to base our movie off of, and it's going to be sweet. So here we go. Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Chestnuts?
I'm doing real good. Really excited for this jingly season.
That's great. We really like to keep it rocking and rolling, if you know what I mean, man. Hey, man, do you want to talk about our script, man?
Oh yeah, I do. Importantly, what's the
I forgot to tell you what it's about.
Yeah, what's the headline?
So, Mr. Chestnuts, this is based on real life, okay? It's fictionalized, but it's based on real life. Ripped right from a headline. Meet the American who planted the first Christmas tree farm. New Jersey entrepreneur W.V. McGalliard.
Sounds festive. I love Christmas.
All right, Mr. Chestnut, I got a couple questions I want to ask you before we get into this situation here. Before we get you the pitch, I want to make sure that your Christmas idea is covered here with the script that we've already written, and it does encompass all these things. But when you think of Christmas, what brings you the most joy?
I think of chestnuts.
Yeah.
I think of roasting them on open fire. I like Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Good.
Christmas trees, and I like candy canes.
We got plenty of that. Okay, so here we go. W.V. McGalliard. He is a man of many talents, many operations he's got going on. He's an ideas guy, and he's a doer. He's not just brewing beverages and a doer, but this guy, he has his own chestnut company. He has his own candy cane making company. He is a mogul of many things, and he's trying to spread the holiday cheer. And there's just, he's like, there's got to be more to this season. As we're getting cold, there's got to be more that can bring joy to the people of the world. And I don't think candy canes and chestnuts are gonna do it.
Great as chestnuts are, it's just not kind of. And look, this is a period piece. This is a beautiful movie set late 1800s, mid 1800s. It's like turn of the century. So essentially, it's like the world's fairs are going on, like all this technology is coming around. All of these people have doodads and gadgets and all these things, right? But our boy VW, man, he is just like, there's too much and we need to simplify this. And what is the answer to this? And so he goes to the World's Fair. There's all this research. One scientist is talking about color theory and how powerful green is to the human eye. It makes people relax. And this is the same time Theodore Roosevelt is talking about conservation in America. And, this guy WV, he's like, you know what, this is too much. And so he goes out into the wilderness for a hike with his son, and he's out there. He
does something different.
He's actually just walking through town and ends up in a city park in New Jersey, and it's beautiful because it's a little different. It's not full of like random stuff. It's full of pine trees, beautiful pine trees, coniferous firs, if you will.
Yeah, and so he's seeing all this. He's like, man, these evergreens, they just last all year long, and these are bringing me so much joy out here. What if there was a way that I could bring this to every person in New Jersey? And he thinks on it. These trees are planted. You know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take these pine cones. I'm gonna plant these in a field, and I am going to create the world's first Christmas tree farm. And you know why? Because I want to bring joy to everyone out in the world.
He wants to do something different.
You know what I want to do? I want to make lots of money. And I think that people are already suckers out there. They're buying all this sweet these sweet candy canes, getting cavities, and that's why my brother's a dentist, and we're making big money on that one. And I'm selling nutcrackers along with my chestnuts. Like, I am just a genius when it comes to this. And you know what? I want to make even more money. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to make my own tree farm. I can't think of the word for tree farms right now.
So what WV does is he sells his chestnut business, right? He sells all his other businesses to put all the chips down on trees. And he's all in, and he's working day and night. He's got his assistant, Patty McFranklin. And Patty McFranklin, he's a young, strapping guy, and they're just like out there in the field digging pine cones, putting them in the holes. And but in the meantime, that son that WV went on the hike with, that inspired all this, like, they're starting to drift apart. Like, his little son, his little boy, his wife and the little boy, they're kind of like, what's happened to this man who's obsessed with this idea around Christmas? And but they only got a certain period of time, because they got to plant these pine cones, and then they got to wait another couple of years and tend this field and make all these pine trees like grow. So like, but he's obsessed. He becomes obsessed with this farm, and grows apart. And his son, is kind of missing his dad as he grows up, and it's sad. So we fast forward 4 years later, and it's like harvesting time. Like these trees are starting to like grow, and it's all a big part of the Christmas spirit, like ready to come to market. But now he's got to sell the idea, right? So he puts even more time in, and but at this point, shocking news comes, and he thought he's about to be on the brink of fortune and glory and history, but his son comes down with a severe illness.
Should be something different.
His son comes down with his son injures his it hits his head, and it's unsure if he's going to come out of the coma he's in.
It should be something different.
The son runs away.
It should be something different.
The son tells him, "Dad, I don't love you anymore."
And that hurts. That hurts WV to the core, because he thought, that the thing he wanted most was money, but he was building this company up to give to his son. He wanted to do this for his son, and hearing that his son doesn't love him anymore because he's become money hungry and just obsessed with all of this whole tree plantation, and his son he leaves New Jersey, and he goes off and he sees the world. Okay, this is kind of like a small tangent, like we'll see here. Like he goes off and he sees like the true meaning of Christmas. It's family and friends and giving and receiving gifts and all that kind of good stuff that brings joy. And he's like, I have to somehow show my dad, what the true meaning of Christmas. We'll probably see him.
He says something different.
But we'll see him like walking past like shops and like kids and stuff. But he's like, I gotta tell that old man that he can't see the forest for the trees. Because so what happens is WV is back trying to sell Christmas trees, right? And there's just nothing to him. There's nothing pizzazzy about him. He's at the World's Fair. He's like, look, this is going to take over Christmas. This is going to be a huge thing. And everyone's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Meanwhile, we're talking to his son. His son's name is AW.
It should be something different.
His son's name is YZ.
It should be something different.
His son's name is GW.
It should be something different.
Oh, dang.
His son's name is H. So H has like this talent for crafting little trinkets and doodads. He's a good whittler. He's a good carver, and he ends up in New York City after going on this like journey, right? And he ends up in like an artist shop, like a woodworking shop. And on the weekends, he goes and donates his time to an orphanage and helps build these little toys for kids and stuff. But it's like little things, and the kids start decorating their little bed areas by creating these little metal hooks, and they put them on the toy, and then they like hang them by their bedpost, right? And so he's starting to see how they decorate this, and each one's individual to the kid and how it's special. And so that's kind of like a skill he builds up, is like building these little trinkets that hang on stuff, right? And so back in New Jersey, WV's just not having any luck, man.
No.
Him and Patty are just like trying to figure it out. They're grabbing people at this point. They're like, buy my Christmas tree. And the guy's like, that's a fur. Like they're just like, they don't get it. They're not connecting the dots between these trees and the Christmas spirit. And now WV has all these trees on the lot that he's trying to sell. They're all chopped down. So if he doesn't sell them, they go to waste, and his entire fortune is lost.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, I gotta have pine needles in my house. I'm gonna have sap everywhere. I just gotta throw it out a week later. What do you want me to do with this? And W's like, come on, look at these. And then that's when H kind of comes in, and he sees his dad one night, kind of just, kind of sitting at the desk, hand hunched over, and he's like, hey, Pop, you're looking a little rough. I made this for you. And he pulls out one of his little carvings that he'd made, and then he hangs it up on his lamp, and he's like, you're looking, Dad, I don't like seeing you like this. I said I don't love you all that time back then, but I can't never not love you, Dad.
He says something different.
You know what, Dad? You got chestnut syndrome. Right now, all your doubt and insecurity It's brought your nuts up here. I need you to slap your chest and bring your nuts back down to your sack and sack up, Dad, because I got an idea that's going to make us. I know you wanted to make thousands, but we're going to make tens of thousands with this idea, Dad.
And then and H and WV's like looking up at him, and he's like, "What's the idea, son?" And the son says, "We get back into chestnuts." and he says, "We get back into candy canes." And WV's like, "That'll never work." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because I put all my money in these gosh dang trees." And they get into a bit of an argument. And H is like, "You know what, Dad? It's okay. I just gotta go though, because I can't handle this frustration anymore between us." And he walks out. So WV's like, pulls out the whiskey bottle, takes a shrug, and then he's like sitting there and he's having a moment because he's sad. His son's gone. He's got all these trees they can't sell. And he's looking at the little ornament hanging out of the lamp, and it's the eureka moment. The trees don't mean enough about Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We want McConaughey to play this guy. Yeah. And it's just like, a Houston guy in New Jersey. Yeah. But anyway.
But he took the ornament and threw it at the trees.
Yeah, out of anger. So like he knew it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But he didn't know what it was. And he's like, "My son doesn't know anything." And he throws it. And the little hook that was on it catches on one of the trees that's in the house that he was like looking at and kind of figuring out how to sell it and spruce it up.
Okay.
Spruce it up. And
he wrote that one.
Yeah. And it's hanging there and he's looking at it. And he's looking around his desk and he starts just grabbing cans and pens and different things and candy canes that are just like from his old business. They're stale. He can't eat them. So they're just sitting in a box. And he starts hanging them on this tree, and then he's just like flying around the tree. And then he grabs like an old scarf and starts wrapping it around the tree. And he's just like, in a moment of pure bliss and creativity, he creates the world's first Christmas tree in front of everybody. And then he runs back out into the street and he sees his son way down half a mile. And he's like, "H!" This beautiful scene of him running down the street. I'm getting chills and goosebumps as I think about it, if you know what I'm saying. And he just like goes, "H, son, H." And H is still walking, and he's like, "Dad, I don't want to talk anymore. Don't want to argue anymore, Dad." And he's like, "No, H, I figured it out, son. I figured it out. And it's all because of you and your gifts, your Christmas gifts." And so they go back to the house, and Patty comes in, and they all behold the first Christmas tree.
Yeah. It's just a magical moment. That's like the climax, and kind of tapers off from there. But they start working together. H's has like a pop-up stand. He's selling ornaments to people and stuff, and the Christmas trees are like, this is like fast mode. Christmas trees are just flying off.
Yeah.
In people's horses and wagons, whatever their carts, they're just flying off, and they're making money hand over fist. And we kind of come to the end of it all, and WV looks at H and like, "You know what, son? I think you taught me the real meaning of Christmas is capitalism. We can make a shitload of money next year with this idea, now that more people are going to know about it. Thank you, son. I love you so much." And then, kind of, this camera's going to zoom out and everything, kind of get the nice Christmas town vibe. Snow's falling.
And to really make it all meta, we got so many ideas for merch that we're going to sell off of this thing. We got box sets on box sets in here. This is going to be a complete engine if you invest in it. So that's our movie.
Now you're speaking my language. What are we calling this movie?
Jesus WV Christ.
Nah, it should be something different.
Chestnut.
I like it, but maybe something different.
Okay.
BWH.
Something different.
The Hangers.
Should be something different.
Man, we're going through our list quick here.
Oh, Christmas tree.
It's not a bad one. Not a bad one. Give me something different.
We get
Spruced Up.
I like that one.
All spruced up.
Yeah.
All spruced up.
Like
Let's
that.
go with the A. We'll take the A.
I like that.
Yep.
I like
Alphabetical order.
Yep.
All spruced up. That's the name. And it's All Spruced Up, the true story of the Christmas tree.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, here we go. So, that's the movie we want to make.
I like it. I think you guys got yourself a deal. It's a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Makes so much money.
We'll do a chestnut one next year. We call it all chested up, all nutted up.
Nut up.
I'm getting nutted for Christmas.
Nut up or shut up.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Oh, Christmas cheers. Oh, Christmas cheers. A trio of cheeky camels. This is what this Australian news segment where we jump down to Australia to see what's in the news happening there. Just paying a little visit and a little homage to them down there, even though we don't currently have any Australian listeners. Maybe one day.
On YouTube's.
Yeah, on YouTube's. Who knows on Spotify? Let us know if you're from Australia. Anyways, this is where we check out Australian news. And a trio of cheeky camels were meant to be part of a nativity scene in Brisbane. And instead, they escaped the jailbreak. I call this Nativity Jailbreak. This is where Cyrus, Morgie, and Benjamin, the camels... They were part of the Bridgman Baptist Community Church nativity play, but they escaped just before 9 a.m. These trio of camels, they wandered across 3 suburbs before they were caught.
They were going to see A Man About a Baby.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
They're like, we got to follow this star. And I don't think we're crossing this pond.
You're like, Morgie, it's freaking 9 a.m. You can't, it's the middle of the day.
You listen to me, Benjamin. We got to follow this star.
I can see it in the daytime. It's so bright. That's the sun. Morons.
So, yeah, the people are saying that the motors, I'll give them credit here. One of the people of the wardens is saying give them credit because they were really nice and they slowed down the traffic to not hit them. They were very courteous of the camels because they were like, people are like, if you saw a camel crossing the street, you'd be like, what the hell is that? Like that's very peculiar to see
That's
in
one
this situation.
big deer.
Yeah, that's not a kangaroo.
That's not a kangaroo.
They said that Cyrus, being the ringleader, he was responsible for the breaking out, and after he managed to open up the gate, the other 2 followed because they're a pack animal, and Cyrus led them out, and the other 2 were like, oh shit, where's Cyrus going? And we got to go too. So all 3 were just wandering. Their downfall of their escape was they got hungry, and they were in a field of grass or wherever, and they were just nibbling, just nibbling, and
I love these stories.
Yeah.
Australians like, oh, all right, we're gonna watch out for them. I mean, America, like they would have got 1 block and a semi would have just been like splat. Yeah.
That's one of the grossest things to drive across on the freeway.
A camel.
Yeah, this is the camel all mauled up.
There's a lot of humps.
Yeah.
Look
Look at these moguls. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Did you guys feel a hump? Did you feel a hump right there?
This is how dude. Australians just go way harder than us. Like, there's 3 dads in the church community. They're like at the zoo with their kids, just chilling, having a cold Foster's, and they're leaning on the fence. And like, Jerry's leaning there. He's like, "You know what we do, mate? Get 3 of these cheeky buggers, bring them in for the nativity scene this year, mate. Be a ride of a time."
Kids will love it, mate. The kids will love it.
Bring it in real We're over here in America with ceramic camels. These guys,
They're like, here in like the suburbs, Ohio suburbs. They're like, you know what? I think this year we could get a miniature horse for the nativity.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, but I mean, like they weren't bred at that point. Like miniature horse, like
shout those blokes up in Melbourne how to do it.
Miniature horse, and then we'll just bring in Bob and Terry in the camel costume, and it'll be great. And down in Australia,
hey, what you cost you, mate? You're bringing in the real thing.
That just goes to show you that in life, when you really want to bring a community together, you're going to go the distance. You're going to go that extra mile and get the real deal. You're going to get the real camels for your nativity scene, your story, your little play that you're putting on for the people of your town. You're gonna plant that tree. You're gonna spruce up your life. You're gonna find that in your family you can find the true meaning of Christmas, and you can find a lot of money in doing it. You can dig deep. You can wander far and wide. And when people say that you're wrong, it just takes a little time for you to prove that you're right. Because Roosevelt was out there banning trees from the White House, and And that's something that's going to stand because that's what he wanted. And he was a man about it. And he made it so because Bing Crosby is going to sing all about it on this White Christmas. And, you know, when you're out there cruising around on your Razor scooter with your green, red, and black candles, all 7 of them, singing your Kwanzaa songs, you know, it's a game of chance to spin the dreidel. But, you know, it really all comes down to, you know, being a Robin Hood of your generation and, you know, giving gold to people, sneaking in chimneys and putting old butchers into barrels of vinegar, because you're going to find yourself in a real Hogamadog if you don't. And, you know, if you don't fill up that Yule hole, oh, you'll be Mel dropping soon enough. Woo-hoo-woo! You know what that's the sound of?
Tell me.
That is the Christmas recommendation station train coming into the station. I think Tom Hanks made a movie about that one.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank.
The faces, you could barely tell they were human.
Yep. This is where we give to you guys a recommendation from our lives that we enjoy or like or want to give to you. So it's either a book, a movie, a music, a lifestyle, food, something like that. And what I want to give to you guys today is something from my past and what I still hold on to dearly, a tradition, a Christmas album. My wife hates it. My wife hates it. I love it. It's what I've known since I was a small boy. And it is Dr. Demento's presents the greatest Christmas novelty CD of all time from 1989. So it is just a grab bag mix of spoof songs of everything. You have, different 12 days of Christmas songs out there. You got Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, Nuttin' for Christmas, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, Alvin and the Chipmunks singing their Christmas song. All these were on there. You have Cheech and Chong, Santa Claus and His Old Lady. I like that one. I don't know if you guys have heard that one.
That's a good one.
That's one of my favorites. Then you have there's a lot of good ones on there. I recommend giving it a listen. It might not be good, but it is something that I listen to every year, once, twice, maybe 3 times. But it's just something that my dad played for us as when we were kids, like setting up the Christmas tree and stuff. So it's just something that I guess a tradition that I hold on to, and it just feels like home. So I'm passing it along to you guys. I'll put the Spotify link for the playlist. But if you want to get, I'm sure there's a CD or something out there if you still use those, or maybe you can buy the whole list out there. But Dr. Demento presents the greatest Christmas novelty CD of all time.
Nice. I didn't know that he was so closely related to Weird Al and all that stuff. So that makes sense.
It's
now.
that kind of vibe, yeah.
That makes sense. I love it, man. Thank you for imparting that to me. I'm gonna have to check it out and let it wash over me in all its spoof glory. But hey, this has been a fun episode. Merry Christmas to you and to our incredible DJ Chestnuts.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas to both of you guys. Hope you have a good one. Merry Christmas to all our chaotics out there. Hope you guys have a good one.
I hope you guys get a lot of cool stuff under the Christmas tree. And if it's not under there, I hope it's up there, wherever or whatever that means. Guys, hey, fun way to wrap up the Velocity Chaos season with a special like this one. You guys keep it cool out there. Keep it warm and fuzzy. Enjoy the chestnuts and the Hogmadogs. And we will see you on the other side.
And this is Luke signing out. Thank you guys all once again. Merry Christmas to you. And we'll see you guys soon enough. But thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts and the top of our heads. And like we always say, Christmas, it's all about capitalism. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.